Lesson 6. What it's like to be 300 million years old. Rocks don't talk, of course, but they can tell a lot to someone who knows how to listen. Let's imagine we can hear what this rock has to say. Hello, I'm a rock. I'm still enough to fit in your hand. My color is shiny black. Unlike other rocks, I burn easily. Can you guess what kind of rock I am? I'm core. My story begins 300 million years ago. This was long before the dinosaurs lived. There were few animals on Earth then. There were snails, spiders, and small lizards. Sharks swam in the seas. Huge dragonflies and other insects flew through the air. The weather at that time was warm and rainy. Plants covered the land. Ferns were especially common. Some of these grew as large as trees, but there were no plants with flowers. There were also no trees that dropped their leaves in the fall. Pine trees, however, were common. They dropped their cones to the ground. Then new trees grew from the cones to take their place. As the trees and plants died, the things growing on top pressed them down into the soil. More layers grew over them. Billions of years passed. These layers of dead plants became many feet thick. Seas formed over what had been dry land. Countless grains of sand fell to the bottom of the sea. That weight of all these sand pressed down on itself. The lost sand changed the sandstone. The sandstone squeezed the layer of dead plants beneath the sand. These dead plants later became a thick seam of hard, shiny rock. I was part of that rock. Over several million years, the sea disappeared. It became dry land. Later, the dinosaurs came. Then they died out. During all that time, I was lying deep underground. Then humans appeared. They began living in different places. They wore clothes to keep warm. They made fires out of wood. But before long, the humans discovered that I was a much better fuel than wood. I burned hotter and longer. Miners went under the ground to dig me out. Now I'm lying with a bunch of rocks just like me. We are waiting to be burned. Our energy will be used to make electricity. You might wonder what will happen when there are no more layers left in the ground. That won't happen for a long time. At present, there are about 1 trillion tons still in the ground. That's 1 followed by 12 zeros. This is enough core to make a cube with each side more than a mile long. It's enough to build a wall about 500 feet tall and 500 feet wide from Los Angeles to New York. I think you agree that it's a lot of coal.